if you strongly desire to change some aspect of your life, maybe you want more public recognition in your career, maybe you want to make more money, maybe you want to fall in love and have a family, maybe you want to get pregnant. Moving and traveling can activate different areas of your natal chart. You can use astrocartography to understand where you're going to be able to activate that area of your chart with more ease and bring to fruition the things that you really crave. In order to know what that activation is going to be, there is a study called AstroCartoGraphy. It's the study of your unique astrology, your natal chart, as you move around the world. In astrocartography, people often just move to their Venus line or think that they can just travel to their Jupiter line and things will somehow automatically improve. But you've got to look at a variety of different things. And one of the really important things to look at is the relocated chart. And what happens in the relocated chart is that planets move to different houses, okay? They don't change degrees, but they will move to a different house. So if you move west, your planets are also going to move west with you. In other words, they're going to move from planets in the 9th house will move to the 10th, then to the 11th. They're also moving west as you move west. So if you want to change some aspect of your life or you want to activate some aspect of your chart, for example, let's take, for example, fertility. Let's say you really want to start a family, have children, have babies. You would aim to potentially, depending on how these planets are aspected in your natal chart, move Venus and Neptune, either planet, into your 5th house, because that represents fertility. If you're a musician or a filmmaker and you're looking to feel more creative, you might want to move Neptune conjunct your ascendant. And so that all happens in the relocated chart. You can't just look at a map and say, oh, there's my Neptune line, let me go to it. The other thing is there's Neptune rising, there's Neptune setting, there's Neptune MC, and there's Neptune IC. All of the planets have 4 lines on your chart. So which one are you going to choose? So when I'm doing your astrocartography chart, which is your relocation chart, we look at a variety of different things. The first thing we look at is your natal chart. The second thing we look at are your ACG lines. So we are going to look at those astrocartography lines. Where's Venus? Where's Jupiter? Where are they? Where's the Venus ascending? Where's the Venus MC? Those are important. We're going to look. But we're also going to know based on your natal chart where those, what they are and how they impact. Then we're going to look at the relocated chart to that place. Okay? On the relocated chart to that place, we're going to see where Venus goes. Maybe you have Venus in the 10th and suddenly it moves to the 12th. Venus in the 12th, what does that mean? It can be a little bit more secretive. It can be a little bit more wanting to spend time in isolation or in solitude. Versus Venus in the 10th can be more about public career and image and having a lot of beauty and success and making connections with people around career. So it's really about what you want, right? Depends on where you get to go and where those planets move, not just how they are on the map, but also where they move in your relocated chart. So you're looking at your relocated chart is very important too. There are a few other things that I look at, such as parent lines and local space lines and current transits are also other things that make a big impact. But that relocated chart can make a huge difference in where you're going to experience something stronger in the area that you want to experience. You can create a relocated chart in most apps. So I encourage you to do that if you know which cities you want to go to.